And we are underway in Buffalo. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Forced out to his left. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 29. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Robinson now off the option. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Lawrence will throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener. Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now Bush on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At their own 18-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing is Allen on third. Open man is Marquez Stevenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain there for the Bills.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Allen now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills.
I think this defense is still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. Touchdown, Bills. Zach Moss. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their
That's on me. Good defense. That's on me.
And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That's on me.
Off the play fake. Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Allen. He'll drop this underneath the Moss. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I ain't no bitch. I don't know.
Among those plays, 4th and 1. That's who wants it more this time, the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side back?
Nigga work, y'all niggas, boy.
The offense getting it done.
A big gain there for the Bills.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Touchdown! Marquez Stevenson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close. And he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on.
Okay, boys.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Get the quarterback.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And a big one.
I couldn't get it off. Good shit.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on
Good
second
shit.
and goal, back even further. Here's Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Now Lawrence. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Oh, shit.
So he lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up.
That was dumb with me.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there,
My bad, team.
analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there.
Damn, I
It
stay
just
offside
didn't
doing
work
that
out.
dumb
Right here,
shit.
the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So
Yep,
offsides
playing
the
dumb,
call,
boys.
and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle.
This
And
is
they're going to
cooking.
have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And he is
This nigga
met at
cooking,
the line
coach.
of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Devon Hamilton with the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you
One
that
step up,
coming
we're
up
gonna
in
lose,
2 minutes,
coach.
we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 4. Allen to throw once more. And this one too low.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Steps away to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Lawrence to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Again, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. A run by Moss to start the third quarter. Strong running at the 30. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Play action. Now it's Allen. Finding room to the 20. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. And getting back there, making the tackle, and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind.
He's got it at the 15. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Robinson now off the option. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence to throw. Being chased out left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Lawrence buying time to his, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Jaguars 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Trying to improvise. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain there for the Bills. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Allen. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To the air, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Buffalo. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. On the option, they'll hand it to Moss. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Zach Moss, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 44 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point safely through. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the handoff, it's Moss. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Allen. Steps away to his left. They'll run the screen with Moss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey